Martin Luther King Jr., The Dream of Equality. In the 1950s and 1960s, the United States was a divided nation. People were often treated differently because of the color of their skin. Schools, restaurants, buses, and even water fountains were separated into whites only and colored sections. It was a time of deep injustice and pain for African Americans. Martin Luther King Jr. grew up in the southern state of Georgia. As a child, he noticed the unfairness around him. He couldn't understand why he couldn't play with some of his friends just because of their skin color. These experiences stayed with him and shaped his desire to create change. As Martin grew older, he became a preacher like his father. His faith in God inspired him to believe that love was stronger than hate and that peaceful action could bring justice. He admired leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, who used non-violent methods to fight for freedom in India. Martin decided he would lead his fight for equality the same way, with peace, courage, and determination. The fight for civil rights gained momentum in 1955. That year, a brave woman named Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white man on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. Rosa's arrest sparked a movement, and Martin was chosen to lead the Montgomery bus boycott. For over a year, African Americans refused to ride the buses, demanding an end to segregation. It was a difficult time, but Martin and the people stayed strong. Their efforts paid off when the Supreme Court ruled their segregation on buses was illegal. This victory was just the beginning. Martin continued to lead marches, give speeches, and organize peaceful protests across the country. One of his most famous moments came on August 28, 1963, during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Standing in front of the Lincoln Memorial, he delivered his unforgettable I Have a Dream speech. I have a dream, he said, that one day my four little children will live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. His words moved the hearts of millions. People of all races came together, inspired to work for justice and equality. But Martin's journey was not easy. He faced threats, hatred, and violence from those who opposed him. He was arrested many times, but he refused to fight back with anger. Instead, he continued to preach love, unity, and forgiveness. In 1964, Martin was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. He was just 35 years old, and he used this honor to encourage others to keep fighting for civil rights. His leadership helped bring about important changes, such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which made it illegal to discriminate based on race, and the Voting Rights of 1965, which protected the right to vote for African Americans. Tragically, Martin Luther King Jr.'s life was cut short in 1968. He was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee, while standing on the balcony of his hotel. The world mourned his loss, but his dream lived on. His legacy continues to inspire people around the globe to stand up for justice and equality through peace and understanding. Martin Luther King Jr. taught us that one voice, when filled with love and courage, can change the course of history. He showed us that dreams are powerful, and when we believe in a better world, we can make it a reality.